Hi, today I'm going to be going over lesson 6 with you guys. I'm Daniel, and today we're going to be continuing our final project. So, we're going to start off with some review. How do you check if a certain key is pressed, and what are the parameters of a text function? I'll give you 5 seconds to answer, and then I'll give the answer. Alright, so in order to check if a certain key is being pressed, you do if key is pressed and key code equals whatever the key code is. And so the parameters of the text function are message comma x comma y, where message is a string, so it has to be in quotation marks. And so now we're going to go back to keys. So in your draw function for your final project, we're going to be using keys to control the position of our avatar. All right. And so using if statements, we're going to change the x and y depending on which key is being pressed. Right. And so this is one example. If key is pressed and key code equals up. All right. And so here's a quick look at our keys code. All right. And so here I can actually move around the Winston. And depending on which quadrant he's in, the background changes. So I'm using my arrow keys. When I press down, he goes down. When I press right, he goes right. When I press up, he goes up. When I press left, he goes left. So in this top left corner, the background is like orangish. In the bottom left corner, the background is like a navy blue. In the bottom right corner, it's like a dark pink. And then at the top right corner, it's lime green. All right. And so here is the background function. Oh, and then this is how we control, right? So it's in a draw function. And so first we have the background, and then we do, depending on which key is being pressed, it's going to change the x and y values, all right? And so we're also going to add text, all right? We're going to make a message appear when the mouse is touching or super close to touching your avatar, all right? And so you can see right now there's no text, but then when I touch it, oh, hello there, hello there, hello there, you know? All right? And so in order to do this, we're going to make variables called distx and distY, where they're going to be set to the values that the distance that your cursor is to x or y, okay? And so distx and dist, I'm going to ask you some questions. What do distx and distY represent? And where should we first declare distx and distY? All right. So the place that we should so dist x and dist y, first of all, they represent the distance that your mouse is, your cursor is to the x and y values that are saved in your uh, saved in your code, your program. So you should first declare dist x and dist y at the very top because they're variables, and you always declare variables at the very top. All right. So in the var draw, we're going to update dist x and dist y every single time your mouse moves. All right. And so after that, we're going to detect, how close it is, and if it's within a certain proximity, it's going to make the message appear. All right. And so here are your instructions. Make dist x and dist y variables, declare them, all right, and then initialize them to x minus mouse x and y minus mouse y. All right, and then in your var, in your draw function, you're going to update dist x and dist y, and then you're going to write an if statement that detects how close your cursor is to Winston or your avatar, and then if it's within, however, whatever distance you choose, it's going to make Winston say hello there, or your avatar. All right. So if you're done early, make your avatar flash colors, like this example. Oh, oops. Yeah, make your avatar flash colors, and then, or you can write multiple messages for being in different places. All right. So here's all right. So don't look at the solution. You just work on that. Work on these instructions and these instructions, along with adding text. All right. Or this is adding text, but you're gonna do your keys. We're gonna put in the key code, not the key code, the code to make your keys work. You're gonna put this in your draw function, and then this is the make background function. Oh, you weren't supposed to see that. Oops. This is Winston. You should have Winston. You should have all of these variables. You should have Winston. You should have this keys pressed stuff. And then you should be able to, and so that down there where you're checking the distance in order to make the text appear, that's what you're going to be working on now. All right. So that's all you're working on. That was a lot, but you're basically just working on the message thing, and you're working on making it move whenever you press up, down, left, or right. All right. So I'm gonna continue in 5 seconds. All right. So here's the solution. All right. And so that's the end. So as a recap, why do we use and instead of or? Why do we have to check for both negative and positive? And what are the parameters of the text function? I'm going to just answer them now. So if you haven't thought of the answers yet, you should pause the video and think about them. So we use and because they all have to be true. In order for it to be like within range, because we're making a square with side lengths of 100, and that's like or we're not making yeah, we're making a square with side lengths of 100, and that if your cursor is within that square, then it'll show the message, right? And so we have to check both negative and positive because your X and Y should be situated at the very center of your avatar, assuming it's a circular or elliptical avatar. And so it has to go in all directions. And so the parameters of the text function are message, comma X, comma Y. All right. And that's it. Thank you.